Hey.
It's us.
It's us.
We're gonna
Pokemon Commuter Lounge League Season 7.
not
That's a
six.
That's a lucky number. Seven's
not
a lucky
six.
number. We are back again.
Yeah, live
And
from Lunch's house.
Live from Lunch's house. Peter would not engage. He could not be here today. His anxiety was getting him. But
Yeah, can't blame him.
But
I make people anxious usually.
we have a team review for you all.
Look at all these logos.
Look at all these logos. Get your logos in, people, because we know that the only people who are going to watch this are the people who play in this league, and only about half of them.
I'd say more than half.
Yeah?
I'm calling 80%.
I hope so.
Put the
Please.
YouTube stats later.
Please. Humans.
All right, we're just gonna go into it. Okay.
We're just gonna go
in order on
in
the doc.
order of the documentation.
We're here.
Is the Mankey division. We're doing piggies, alright?
Wait, scroll up a
you
little
freaks
bit.
are in Mankey. Scroll up, right?
Yeah, you're good. Just you're cutting off Viv.
Who cares about Viv? Look at that little slow king.
True.
Alright.
Viv's got a team.
Viv's got a team. First thoughts. Immediate, what do you think?
I think I really like the defensive stuff. You got Slowking, Umbreon, Ferretris.
You had
solid.
Slowbro Umbreon.
Yeah, and something else. Really hard to deal with.
At some point in time. Yes, I... Yep. Regen Mons are good, as we know. Slowking went from, like, not a Pokemon to, like, an S-tier OU Pokemon.
Yeah.
Once it got Teleport. So that Mon is incredibly first pickable, I think.
Seismitoad looks a little out of place.
You know why he has Seismitoad? Is because look at the first guy
Oh yeah, would you look at
Maju's team.
that?
Two of them, both of them
Holy
officially
crap.
Sun guys.
My
So,
bad.
I have some things to say
Say
about
'em.
that. I have some.
Oh yeah, no. Look, yeah, for sure. No.
Infernape, great. U-turn Mon. Galvantula, good. Volt Switch Mon. He has ways to move around his team. I think his 40s are really good. I think Carbank's a great setter. I think Minior is underrated. None of y'all knew what Minior did, and then I was playing Pokemon Reborn, and we couldn't Will-O-Wisp a Minior because he had shields up.
It would help if they
Nobody
said
knew
what
what
it
that
did anywhere ever.
Well,
in the game.
Jack didn't play Sun and Moon. Did you play Sun and Moon?
Not enough to see Minior.
What? I'm discerning.
I start games and then I stop them.
Okay.
We should look at the. Let's go over. Oh, ooh,
Ooh.
oh, look at that.
Oh.
Documentation.
There's a lot of green. That's good, right?
Green is resist.
Green is good. Green is good. He has a lot of grass weaknesses, right? Is that how that works?
No, that's a lot of grass resistance.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Duh.
Hold on. I'm just seeing the full. Okay.
Yeah.
Team looks a little weak to rock.
Yeah.
Which I think Maju could take advantage of.
It's definitely not the worst thing to be weak to, though.
Because a lot of people are weak to rock. I'm looking at guys over here. Aerodactyl could be rock.
Get out of here. Where are you?
I was looking at rock attackers in this division.
I'm gonna rock you.
What the heck?
You know?
I was looking at that. I was making sense.
Go back to the team matchup.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, here we're back. Yeah, just overall, I think it's a solid team. Getting the Sun situation is going to be really potent on its own. Maybe it could use like another reliable like offensive threat. As good as Minior is at 40, kind of relies on your opponent to set it up for you to some extent. You have like fire. And
I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I think like Carbank and Fortress is a little redundant.
Yeah.
Because like neither of them are like offensive pieces.
Missing a dragon too.
Yeah.
Not necessarily needed, but you know.
Right. I don't know. It's a little strange.
Yeah.
But
Which supported Torkoal, Seismitoad, and Ferretris is going to be really good.
Oh yeah, no, Umbreon's a super Gloomon. I think it's great.
Yeah.
in a draft format.
I mean, that's about it, right? We should move on.
Yeah.
We don't want to make this
No.
12.
We'll move on. Maju's team looks like a theme team. Looks like a little bit of a.
Yeah, it looks like a fossil.
Looks like ancient
This shit old like a fossil.
history, except for Stakataka, who's like futuristic or something.
Future,
but he's a rock type. He's like a guy.
There's 3 rocks here.
There's a lot of rock
There's
types.
4
There's
waters,
a lot of.
there's
I want to go
ices.
to the weaknesses and resistance thing because his team looks significantly
Fighting, oh my god.
less green than
Yeah.
their thing. Fighting. He has no fighting resist and a lot of fighting weaks. So
no grass resist, which is rare.
I think Infernate might go crazy. No grass resist, which is
It's hard
very
not to
rare.
have a grass resist.
No. You're
I mean,
absolutely correct.
granted, super defensively, like, this really exploitable, but the point is, like, whether Vicious Rend, Boltbeak.
Oh no! I
Pow.
mean, he Maju has access to Alolan Ninetales plus Arctozolt plus Arctovish, which is incredibly good. Oh, thank you. I don't know if you did, but thank you.
Yeah, I didn't mean to, but it worked.
It worked. And those mons be hitting hard, I think.
He's also got 80 points left, so if something goes wrong, kind of easy to plug some holes.
Yeah. I don't know what Stakadaka does here. There's no Trick Room mons, really.
Yeah, I mean,
like
I guess
setters.
they don't really have the Stack Attack has set itself, right?
It can set itself, yes.
But it kind of does it once.
It's an interesting team. I think that, like, if you, for example, like an Infernate spam in close combat, I don't know what you do against that.
You just try to get in a situation to outspeed it and not.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely not like a balanced team. It's definitely like a.
Total offense,
you would play this to die or to kill them.
Honestly, I think just to improve on the team strategy, you should probably just. I feel like it could use some of those like extremely good hyper offense mons to take advantage of like your.
I would also stick to one weather. I don't know what Alolan Ninetales and Mega Titar are doing.
Yeah.
Here, I think that's a little weird.
It's like getting like a Scolipede or like a Shell Smasher could make it pretty solid. Yeah. I mean, it's not. It's really not as bad as it looks actually. Like you look at the type chart and you're like, holy crap! But it's still Vicious Rend and Boltbeak.
Right.
But yeah.
You can pivot around. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Oh, excuse me.
Oh my god. You're yawning live.
Oh, damn. I'm yawning live.
I'm gonna yawn.
Coming at you live. I'm gonna come.
Logan.
Logan, Thunderous Therian is a strong one. Let's see what he's got here.
Also, we should say, we don't have all the Z captains.
We don't have all the
big
Z captains.
We're available.
But how much does that really affect things? You know?
Not much.
Right.
It's not going to change.
I think Logan's team is incredibly solid. There's not a bad mon on here.
Super good,
I think.
Late
Thunderous.
Blissey, Blacephalon is kind of wild.
Blacephalon's Crazington. I think Slurpuff is a phenomenal 60. I think Virizion going down is really good. I think Talonflame is a great 60.
Yeah, definitely a bargain bin like stuff that dropped. Also, Barraskewda. It's probably been underrated for a while, but nobody really like.
No, look at its attack stat. Look at its speed stat. Yeah, no, it's crazy. This mon does. Yeah, this team is good.
Real good speed tiers.
I kind of have no issue. I really like that. I think Thunderous is great because you have a Thunderous Therian specifically because you have an immunity to electric.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Gastro.
teams. Struggle with like volt switch.
Yeah.
Spamming 10.
Kind of stops it in its tracks.
He resists U-turn and volt switch. And it's sick.
Yeah, it's good mon.
Blissey Mega Aggron, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that
even
kind of, like,
as far as like
Bliss-esque.
Yeah.
You have the physical guy, you have the special guy.
Extremely potently. Slurp to the Slurpuff, get Wish.
I think so. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, do be wishing.
Do be wishing. Okay.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of pivoting, kind of wild. I know it says Baton Pass is in this team builder thing. But,
Yeah, we don't have it legal, but
don't do that.
don't do that.
I'll come to your house.
I'll pass you in a minute.
Okay.
Roofie.
Oh.
And then yep, the cops will be knocking on my door.
That's kind of cool.
That's kind of, whoa, hey, guys, hey, Milwaukee
Uh-oh.
has a team. He is a mouse.
Milwaukee is kind of like cringe.
Have you watched the new Pokemon anime?
No.
Okay, so Team Rocket has befriended like a Morpeko.
Right.
And they can't get rid of him. They've tried to abandon him several times, and he keeps coming back and eating their food.
Nice.
And that's how I feel about my friendship with my walker. I keep trying to leave him on like a bus stop.
Yeah.
And he just keeps coming back and posting like wolf with like a phallus. Take that. Up in the Discord.
Oh my god! Enough of that. Oh my
enough
god.
of that.
Holy crap! More Pico.
I think this team is really, really good. I was scheming personally before the season started on Galarian, Slowking, Corviknight as a core myself. Fun fact, if you go to National Deck's Good Cores, which is whenever there's a developed metagame, usually they have a good cores like page on Smogon to like help you like team build a little bit. And that's a two-piece that's like pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean,
is Corviknight Glowking.
For sure. I mean, you just like missing like Dark Ghost, but that's
kind
of rare anyway. Like you don't usually have multiple Dark and Ghost resists, but I mean, there's no more Pico's got it easy.
Yeah. And you know what? Pissimian has Defiant.
Yep.
And you have Mega Agino, which resists both.
I think Defiant is really, really good.
I think so, yeah.
More so just Pissimian. It's kind of like it gets lost in the sea of fighting types, but very good.
Yeah, it significantly bulkier than Mankey, and like kind of does this like also has Defiant and is a fighting type with U-turn and stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of like the main reason to draft it, Defiant. Gen 7 NU S tier Pokemon.
Yeah.
Kind of wild.
Gen 7 NU, the peak of all metagames.
Yeah. I don't know why that's the one I played the most.
Right. I want to say having a Z Captain that is a Defiant user lets you take a knockoff, not lose your item, and get the Defiant boost. I think something that I think about when I'm team building is item clause that we have, and how to get around knock, because knock is something that we use to scout for information.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing about item clause in draft is that when you knock something, you get to cross. It's not possible at anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that
nothing else can have scarf.
Really hones down what you need to do to win the game. You knock one scarf and all of a sudden you're guaranteed to be faster in a situation where you would be.
Diz's vape smells good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hitting it in my
mango ice cream.
Yeah, mango ice cream. I want mango ice cream. No. I gotta go out later and get my grandma gas, so I'm gonna get ice cream while I'm out.
That's a good idea.
I love ice cream. Anything else to say about this? Mamo, Rotomo, all these guys are solid.
Yeah.
Nothing bad about it.
Super
this team was
solid.
Kind of stacked.
It's like really good, like 1, 2, 3 offensive, defensive ones. Like the ones that kind of enable offense. You just kind of Corviknight and Rotom.
He's a regular Aerodactyl fan. I remember him like being cheesy and like talking about it.
Yeah, I mean it's a speed tier.
Yeah,
it's really what makes it super profitable.
Now that it has like dual wing beat and stuff, I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it head smash.
Please. I hope I see Curious Medicine.
I'm getting a little curious about that medicine right now. Big pharma.
Yo
Youch. Max. Max.
Any what is it? Bowser based and ball build.
Bowser build something. I don't know.
Get me out of here.
Don't worry about it.
I think this team is fine. I think Gligar, Bronzong, Pyukumuku are all pretty cheap for the type of defensive prowess they get you.
Yeah. Especially because he went pretty in on the higher end for offense, like Mega B, Lele. And sometimes it can be really hard to find like super reliable defensive pieces down lower. Like you'll find some, but not the kind of thing that stays around forever and can constantly come in. like your Rotoms and Landos and stuff, and Torn and
Mm-hmm.
the classics. So good picks there.
Good picks there. I think there are some weird decisions. I think doubling down on the psychic I think like if you can beat Lele, you can probably beat Latias. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of a he doesn't, because some of the defensive pieces he has later on, Bronzong also gets hit by Ghost super effectively, also gets hit by knockoff,
Yeah. That might be problematic.
I also think Golisopod, its big selling point is being a first impression revenge kill Nukabot. It doesn't work under Psychic.
It's going to be hard to justify.
It seems like
Thwackey.
you're kind of neutering Golisopod. And I think Psychic Terrain plus Mega Beedrill plus Magnezone.
Oh wait, no, because Thwackey actually sets its own terrain.
Because Thwackey sets its own terrain.
It actually frees it a bit, yeah.
But I think he got it because I'm next and I have some mons weak to it. But
yeah, I mean it's a really solid team. It's really small nitpicks, really.
Small nitpicks.
I think Mega B is gonna be fun. I love that mon so much.
Hope he has a fun. Hope he does well.
Yeah, no,
well, not really because I'm in his division. But
I hate this guy.
Okay, do you want to talk about?
I don't care what happens to him. Yeah, go back to team matchup though.
Okay.
You.
Me.
What the hell?
What the heck is
this garbage?
Crapula.
So you just fix the picks. You're like, oh, I'm pick 3.
Oh.
In front of me, I know Cypher's doing dogs. I know Nolan is afraid of steel or something.
Afraid of steel.
So you say, oh, I'm pick 3. I'm going to pick Melmetal. And then I'm going to be not confident about my
Nobody
team.
else wanted Melmetal. This is the first season Melmetal's been legal.
Yeah.
And nobody was grabbing.
Nobody even asked me about it.
Nope.
I'd be sad to be Melmetal right now.
Yeah, he's kind of neglected. So I mean, he's a top dog.
Yeah.
He was on the...
I think I'm going to drop Magnet Pull Meltan.
Oh.
What do you think about that?
Can you run Eviolite?
Probably.
Yo.
Perfect. That's all you need. Your team is...
What do you think about it? What do you have to
really
say?
effective semi-stall. You get like that 1 or 2 mons that you bring that can like, after a long course of chipping and whittling down, you get to set up and kill. So really well built on that. Yeah, the Claydol is going to be a pickup. We didn't put that up yet, but week 0 pickups allowed. Claydol really brings a lot together. It gives more trick room option.
Previously, it was a Shelmet. I have been not joking, but like kind of exaggerating Shelmet's usefulness.
Shelmet's only proponent
after that one
gave up.
After that one Jamvad video, and then Blender video, thus after inspired by it, about it being the perfect counter to Urshifu, which is hilarious, which is true. But no Urshifu in my division,
no.
And I had enough hazard setters, not enough removal, and I didn't have a ground type, and I was like, all right, let me spend my 20 points, get Claydol.
Right.
Made sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about my lower end stuff.
Yeah, they're kind of heater. I think it's like overlooked 40s, but when you look into them, they're like they can do a lot for you.
No, Dusknoir's stats are bloated as hell. Electabuzz is like fast. It's like 105 base speed.
I know Dusknoir's HP is really problematic, but it actually makes you... Oh, hey, Gil. LMAO. It makes you benefit more from Wish support.
Yes.
Because, I mean, you put your bulk into the defense and
Pain
then...
Split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're basically getting your entire HP back from something like Aromatisse. What the hell? What the hell?
What?
Who says that?
You know, it was funny.
No. Zoroark is going to be fun. You better be
Zoroark is going to be funny. I think Amoonguss is a Pokemon that you are scared of.
I'm not scared of
playing footsies around like you want to do around Zoroark.
Yeah.
Because it can spore you and neuter a Pokemon that you have on the field. You know, you want to click Psychic into it. You want to click what else is weak to? Ice, Fire.
Yeah.
But having Zoroark makes it I could disguise myself as an Amoonguss, be immune to psychic.
Less likely to get hit by a fighting
Kill
move.
something. Less likely to be hit by a fighting move.
And just in general, when you're good with Zoroark, I feel like it convinces your opponent to make the wrong play more often over the course of a long game, because you have to think every time, is this Zoroark? And that sometimes it doesn't work out because you needed something more powerful in that slot, but when it does work out, it's really a pain for draft.
I'm impressed with my
Yeah, you got good coverage here. You're fine. You're doing fine. Only 1 ground immunity, right?
2 with Claydol.
Yeah, it doesn't show the
levitate. Yep. But I'm not really worried about between Amogus and Politoed and Amistar and
yeah,
all
you'll
that
be
stuff.
chilling.
I'm big chilling, I think, with ground. Something I think when I draft a team, I really think about item clause. I didn't want too many heavy duty boots guys.
Yeah.
I didn't want too many EVO-like guys. You know, I thought about how could I build stall where or balance or a bulkier team, a team that you might not have, like, a choice band and a life orb and whatever, with and I think I kind of hit the sweet spot with, like, well, this guy can run a Z move and this guy can run AV. And, so
getting a Black Sludge too for Lucas.
Definitely, I think that's so valuable.
Yeah.
If you're building a tankier team, I think having a Black Sludge guy and
as far as it being
great.
Something you're going to bring a lot. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter much.
Right.
Yeah. Decent team. Bad battler, good team.
Bad battler, good team. I'm
Coach,
ready.
Ghost written.
All right, let's go to the next one because I'm talking too much about myself. Isola.
Yeah.
Doing the Vanjie thing of picking all the 100s and 120s and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? As of a previous season. I think it's not a horrible idea if you get some value stuff. If you get some Pokemon. Sometimes Pokemon are down there, not because they're not strong, but because they're kind of one note, right?
Yeah.
So if you can remove their weaknesses, if you can use a Pokemon like Mega Beedrill, that thing could be as effective as, like, a Tapu Koko or whatever.
Yeah.
If you're not worried about the stuff that it doesn't handle very well, right?
Yeah.
Because it hits like a truck, and I kind of feel that way about Alolan Marowak. If you can, like, have, like, some speed. I see a Trick Room here.
Great.
I see a Sticky Webber here. I think Tangrowth is an amazing Gloomon. AV or Rocky Helmet or Lefties.
Yeah. A little lacking in the hazard department. You kind of have 2 Mons that don't really want to be carrying Defog necessarily. And you have 1 Rocker that kind of wants to click a different button when it's in. Which isn't the worst thing, but it's good to have, like, if Rocks and Defog should be able to, like, come from a couple different places in ways that you'll actually be switching in and clicking it without dying. But that's not the huge thing, especially because your Sticky Web is going to incentivize people to just defog for you.
Right. But, in there, Toxicroak could set up and sweep a team. Cresselia could set up and sweep a team.
Your mom.
Grimmsnarl can set up and sweep a team. Mega Pidgeot it hits you.
Yeah, it's just super solid.
Super
just kind of
solid.
come in and keep hitting.
Quagsire is Quagsire. Exploud is Exploud.
Yeah.
I think Exploud is hilarious.
Anything that can Specs Boom Burst gives me so much dopamine.
It's a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, Scrappy Boom Burst
love it.
Oh my god. Like, we didn't really talk about Max getting swallowed, but
I don't know
I
why.
love that so much.
I don't know why that guy his stats are the way he is. Why does he have, like, 63 defense? Like, I don't know. I
Because, like, when you're screaming, you're not really protecting your vital organs. You're pushing them out,
I'm gonna attack your vital organs in a minute.
I feel like that might happen.
I just think, I don't know. I'm a little,
I think you got a lot of threats, but you're missing some glue.
Yeah. There's potential there.
I really think Trick Room plus Marowak can carry so much. I like a Trick Room that can teleport. So that it might, because then you have to, like, switch into it hard, and then it's hard to
Does
work.
Crest have teleport?
Does it? I don't think so. It would show up on the side if it did. The pivots section.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah, solid team. Yeah. Let's talk about Nick.
Nigeria has, I think, the most, like, so far, the most obviously, like, oh, this is a high tier core that's really annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
I think, like, it was the 1, 2, 3 was Dragapult, Celesteela, Mega Gardevoir. I don't know if it was in that order, but
I think so.
I think that you're fine. It's a Fairy Dragon Steel situation.
Yeah, it's the classic 1, 2, 3 where you get your Fairy Dragon Steel, a bunch of good mons, and then you work on it from there.
They're not a slouch defensively. They're amazing offensively. They're not fighting for any item slots. Great overall. I think Rotom Wash is an amazing Gloomon. This team is the weakness of this team is that 4 Pokemon that are coming basically every week.
Yeah.
Right.
Although there are some really solid low tiers like Excel.
Yeah,
all these can come a few times at least.
I think Typhlosion might be a little underrated just because, I think...
Yeah, it's kind of that one-note thing, where it's like, it'd just be doing the
right. If you can keep hazards off the field and you do have Defog, Skuntank, and Rotom Wash, and a Rapid Spinner. Rapid Spin's really, since the introduction of Defog as a hazard removal option, you don't see Rapid Spinners like that because, why would you? Defoggers are especially now that you have heavy-duty boots, flying types are great defensive pieces, right? So, I think...
This really helps for a situation, especially with Excel on the team.
Hitmonchan is, a unique Pokemon that you kind of don't have a substitute for.
Yeah, at least at that price point, at the very least.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spin just really helps. Accelerator is going to come in and set up spikes and stuff like that. You don't really... if you're on a hazard stacking type comp, you really don't want to be defogging. That's the main niche of Rapid Spin.
You don't think he's going to be clicking Water Shuriken and Ninja Run It around gym class?
Wait, what? I didn't know even got Water Shuriken.
I guess Water Shuriken.
I guess it is a ninja, but fuck off.
Cool team.
Skuntank, Piloswine, Typhlosion, Hitmonchan, Exceligor, all just the kind of mons that are solid.
Yeah, they're all carefully picked too. If you look at the rest of the division, Cradilly's definitely for me.
He's got one of every type and no doubles.
You get one of every type and no doubles. He's playing in game. He's playing.
This.
He's this is the kid with
look at all
ADHD
once.
playing. Pokemon Fire Red on his Game Boy, being I can't have 2 water types.
Yeah.
I picked Blastoise. No Magikarp for me.
I will never catch another water type. Rotom Wash was the last pick, which was really funny. It's kind of missing, you needed a little bit more glow.
Rotom Wash is good.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay.
One last thing is that I think some of these defensive pieces are missing a bit of sustain. Rotom and Celesteela. It's not going to... They're going to stick around. They stick on the board for a while.
This team's...
You kind of just... You get to whittle them down, but you don't need to worry about the threat of them just getting wished back up and nothing happened. You're not running Wish on Mega Gardevoir, and if you are, who cares?
Well, here, I will say, I think Rotom Wash can be offensive, has nasty plot. I think Hitmonchan is one of the best AV users and has Drain
for
Punch.
Sure.
And Cordelia's Leech Seed, Celesteela has
Cordelia gets
Seed.
recovered too.
Celesteela having Leech Seed to heal its other teammates up.
Yeah,
too.
super helpful.
I think it's
but it's not something that if you don't 2-hit KO it, then they're just going to recover on you until you decide to leave.
Not a Clefable, but
solid team though. Really looks good.
Solid team. All right, Jack. Team is good. Just the top end is very scary.
This was a Jack Takara's greatest hits draft. I like that guy. And I'd take that guy too. A's the muck, baby. Galarian, Mr. Mime.
Oi, the muck.
More like Galarian, Mr. Mime.
How does he say it? How did they say it?
I have no idea because I only see it in text.
They go, oi. Oi is the muck.
I guess that.
Well, you know how Italians are always eating steak and cheese? So they're constantly...
No, they're not.
So they're constantly constipated. So you gotta go, oi. I think that's what you gotta do. So,
no.
Rillaboom Facilitating two incredibly powerful but ground weak Pokemon. Very powerful.
Yes.
That core looked a little fire weak. He got a Primarina. He got a Pokemon that could take a burn. He got a Houndour.
I didn't notice the conch before. I think I was not running the draft at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of love that he drafted that finally, because it's so good. But like, when you could spend 100 less points on something similar, it's like I never want to draft it. But I love conch.
Oh, Conky Dunk?
Yeah.
Conch, 140 attack with either Guts or Iron Fist is incredibly strong.
Yeah,
right?
like it's worth that
Choice
price.
Band, Life Orb, Burn, what's the item? The Burn Orb?
Flame
Orb?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Regirock's good.
I think a little whack on the low or on the 40s. I'm
yeah.
not a Houndoom fan. They're not necessarily objectively whack.
You got some like PU flying spam.
Yeah, I mean Dodrio is dope in the Oops All 40s bracket.
Right.
And I'm the biggest proponent of Dodrio, but when I look at it on a team, I'm like, what the hell is this thing doing here?
It doesn't get U-turn, right? No, it doesn't.
It gets Baton Pass.
It doesn't get U-turn, and I think if that mon got U-turn, it would skyrocket.
Yeah.
And by skyrocket, I mean maybe 100, maybe, but
not even. No, it'd be
probably
a 60. Yeah.
It's
a Dodrio.
But it's good.
Ish. Galarian Mr. Mime is for sure undervalued at 40, but who cares? We want people to draft.
I have a proposition. I have an idea of a set that Jack wants to run. That Jack's gonna run.
What do you do?
That I ran against. Potentially you to defeat you and to be the Little Troop champion. I think Grassy Seed, Simple, Calm Mind, Swoobat will come at least once.
Oh, for sure.
It should.
I forgot the Grassy Seed access because like Swoobat can just like literally win, but it's kind of like Linoon in that way. You just have to have the right situation where it just 6-0s.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you pick up?
But like, who looks at that like ugly thing and thinks it's like 114 base speed?
Your mom.
It's like it's faster than like Gengar and stuff.
Yeah, very good.
Faster, yeah.
Mon to have, but in practice, you're probably not bringing it as much as it feels like you could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, types are covered. It's not so.
I hope he runs like normal gem explosion with like Licky or something, just for the funnies.
Uh-huh.
And I hope it's shiny every week and its name is like Lemon Grab.
I hope that Dodrio is a Z captain. He runs Z mirror move.
Oh.
And then he runs tackle.
You know, the speed run of Pokemon Crystal Clear runs Dodrio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Your mama cared.
Who cares?
Last night,
I'm so
during
mad
our pillow talking, we're gonna talk about Claude. I'm tired of talking about Jack. This guy, he's handsome. He has nice tattoos. All right. He is the only Texan that isn't cringe.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that guy.
But I hate him.
But I hate him because he's better at Pokemon than me.
Not true.
Claude, the Claude.
The
Claude. No, that's his like tag. That's his tag on Multiverses.
Is it the Claude?
The Claude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's who he is. That's true.
Claude.
Rain.
Is this a Claude's greatest hits? Because
kinda, yeah.
Rain again.
It's like the OU Rain team where you're like Rain abuser, Ferrothorn.
This joint does real terrible into Jack, I think, because the Rillaboom, Swampert, Ludicolo, Kingdra situation. But like in a vacuum, this is fine. It's good. I think.
Super potent Rain team, but sometimes that's to the detriment in draft because like if you put all your eggs in Rain basket, it can sometimes get
right. And what's a Rain basket? I mean, it'll fall apart. It's getting all wet.
Yeah, literally, like so dumb.
Like I think
who drafts Rain? Not my division.
Not a single Rain.
Not my brother.
If you okay, I want to go.
I like Jirachi here.
I like Jirachi. I think Jirachi's very cool. I think that Jirachi is a mon we have not seen enough of. We have only seen it do the flinchy thing. We have only seen 5 for flinching really pop off with this thing.
Yeah.
He should not be named the Tyra Sanchez of Pokemon Commuter Lounge League. No, Luigi's great, obviously.
I love the 60s and 40s. Tauros, Heracross, Manectric,
these
Rapidash,
Pokemon are fantastic. I think Ludicolo gets all of its value here.
Rapidash doesn't get enough love.
Galarian Rapidash?
Yeah.
That thing sucks.
Well, as a 40 though, like it's not good.
It's a fine 40. It's
not good.
40.
As a 40, like,
But
hey,
it's not as good as Dodrio.
it can do calm mindsets. It does that in PU. In the garbage can where they do Pokemon
Oscar
battles.
the Grouch tier. Yeah.
At the land.
Manetra's good. Can spam Thunder.
Yeah.
Galarian Corsola is really good. Does stuff.
Yeah. Great rain team, but that just might be the problem. Is all.
I think Jirachi's awesome. I think Jirachi, Wish, Stealthrock, Thunder, Spam.
Oh yeah, coming every week.
Every week.
Yeah.
Jirachi.
Super good.
I've wanted to draft it a few times. I never have, but
I really want to see Celebrate to be legal, but I don't want that actually.
no, you don't.
It's just so fun to use.
Do you remember that metagame where every time you sent a Pokemon out, that like all your Pokemon have that ability?
Yeah.
Now and then Jirachi was using it was like all the berry abilities. It was like Gluttony and Cheek Pouch and Ripen and Harvest.
I
and
never
stuff.
saw that, but
no,
that's kind of wild.
And it was like it used some like crazy. It like used like Snore or something. I don't know.
That kind of pisses me off.
I'll have to find it, but it was like I was like watching the Blender video and I'm like, this is sick. This is epic.
Kind of upset me. I like Lurlin Persian.
I like a Lurlin Persian. Yeah,
It's rated itself to a very offensive play style. Yeah.
We know what these things do.
Cool. Yeah. No, solid team. Solid.
Cool.
It's
I'm moving on.
It's like my yeah. Yeah. All right, Navi.
You could be my e-boy. Just look at my screen, boy.
Woo! We got
you know
SBI.
You know that Slater song, e-boy?
No. Wait, no, I heard it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Probably from me.
Yeah, I heard it in group chat thing.
This team is absolutely fine. I have no issues with it. I think. So
I
whatever.
think I was a lot more skeptical until I saw like the Garchomp pull up. I think the Z captains are slightly silly. I'm not sure if that's the best value. Like Garchomp could really use a Z.
I think Garchomp could really use the Z.
Yeah, Keldeo even. I like the first big Keldeo. Like that's a really good bond for 120.
Yeah.
One Defogger, Moltres.
I want to see somebody pick up Chansey and 6-0 this guy.
Nah. They wouldn't.
Well, no, he can't. It's a Keldeo. He has that special move. But
oh yeah, it hits on the physical. Right? That's
it hits in the physical. Yeah, like Calm Mind, and then you
6-0 Degenerate Stall with Mankey. No, Mankey. Isn't you on the YouTube video where it's like, all right, 6-0 Stall with blank.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Shut up.
Let's just talk about the teams.
I don't know that. Yeah.
I like Mega Glalie. I like how he picked Grumpig in the Split Division.
Do you like that he has like a face that's made of ice?
Kind of makes me uncomfortable.
And like, if you like, what's underneath that face? Like, what if Glalie what if like you like breathed fire on him? You like took a flamethrower to his face. Would he look like John Travolta underneath that face? Presumably, hypothetically.
I'm willing to massacre hundreds of Glalie to find this out.
Okay, we should do that in Pokemon Legends Arceus right now.
No, like... check my
basement. Grumpig is cool. Has thick fat to help Garchomp out. Spoink Division, though, got Grumpig, yes. Max is a proponent of Scarf Grumpig on the ladder. I think it is sick because who knows what Grumpig does.
Base 80, you know, that 90 special attack kind of popping off. This thing's kind of sick. It's solid. It just has three EVs.
Solid. I think this team is really fairy weak. Like, you get rid of Moltres.
I don't know. Let's look at the data.
Let's look at the data.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really fairy weak, and Duraludon has an awful special defense stat, and I don't know what this thing would do to, like, if you had, like, a bold, like, Calm Mind, like, Clefable, like, how would you break it? You know what I mean?
By breaking your laptop?
Maybe.
That would solve the problem. To click X. Yeah, that might be something you want to address, but as funny as I think it is to have three EVs, it's actually a pretty solid team.
Maybe he's playing Gen 5.
Maybe.
Right, who knows? Want to move on to your team?
Yeah, it's my team. Go to team matchup again.
Go to team matchup again. I'm going to matchup again.
I think my team is fucking broken. Just kidding. It's just I'm very confident. I really like...
I like it.
I like going top heavy in draft because it's sometimes problematic it can be if you get a bunch of good stuff right off the bat, and then you go straight down to the lower tiers, pick all the good value, and then you can look at the whole board for the last two picks, or two or three.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't call those top heavy. If like, I think it's. You have 11 picks, right? And I think unless you have more than 200 like I do,
yeah,
I think this team, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pokemon that I think are really good. Like Silvally kind of comes every week because you can have it like whatever niche you want it to be, like typing wise. I think your 60s are phenomenal. I think Celebi is great if you have a ton of switch-ins for U-turn, and you have the best one in the game, being Zapdos, because you can static that shit.
Yeah, for sure. Quillfish, good value.
And Mudsdale gets a defense boost. Comes in on a Scizor, comes in on whatever.
Also, it's got 125 attack. That's wild. Shout out Miwaku.
Yeah, shout out Miwaku.
I like how I have the Jenny 40 suite.
Yeah, it's crazy how we talk about. I was joking the other day about power creep, and I was like, does that exist? Because they always make these new Pokemon like god awful. Like there's always like a PU 40 dumpster fire Pokemon, like a ton of them.
It only exists in the situation where you're picking 6 out of all of the Pokemon.
Yes.
But in a draft format, kind of everything's exciting because I never thought I would look at Frostmoth and think, hey, yo, that's good.
That's good.
But because it's 40.
Because it's so
That's
cheap.
why I love draft.
Yeah. I wish this thing got Roost so bad.
Yeah.
I am so disappointed it doesn't get Roost.
I like Dreadnought a lot. I was kind of looking into its moves. I wouldn't draft it at 60, but now that it's at 40, it's like super usable.
Does it what's like strong jaw moves does it get?
It just gets like Crunch and Ice Fang.
Right.
You don't really get to take advantage of that, but Shell Armor is not bad. Swift Swim is good against Claude. You're mainly like it gets rocks, it gets Swords Dance, it gets Scale Shot.
I think Celebi's really good.
It's got a good physical move pool, solid stat there. I mean, it's not great. It's a 40, but as far as 40s go, you could do a lot worse.
Oh, Frog Dispenser's playing Gapex. Legends.
Oh no.
Yes.
You want to go to the weaknesses of Resisties?
Okay. It's green.
Yeah, 'cause there's a lot of green. There's a lot of red too.
You have 4 times fire weeks, 2 4 times fire, but that's fine.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
because you have a Quillfish.
Easy, simple as that. Really, that might be a little problematic because like my switch-ins to fire aren't really defensive switch-ins.
They're not bulky enough, yeah.
Yeah,
but
like Hydreigon's Gun's gonna help.
But I think this is an offensive team.
Yeah, it's a little bit more on that side. And also, I have Silvally to bring in for any situation where I'm facing a threat.
This team looks like it should have Politoed.
Does it?
It does. Look at it. Like
I do have like 2 Swift Swimmers
instead of like Silvally or
Zapdos.
something, because like or whatever. But like you have 2 Swift Swimmers out of a Scizor.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I think it's kind of funny. Can I move on?
Yeah. Let's go to the next.
Yes.
Lily.
Tapu Lily.
Lily. It's Lily.
Lily.
What
is that? Forrest Gump? What is that?
Yeah, I forgot the actual.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Like that's like when, like Team Rocket's stealing your Pokemon.
Is it?
Officer Jenny.
Classic core. Fairy Dragon Steel.
Classic. The classic Goodra, Tapu Fini, Aegislash. It's really
yeah, sweeping the nation.
These are everybody's favorite Pokemon.
Yeah. No, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
You go into draft and you say, I'm going to get Fairy, I'm going to get Dragon, I'm going to get Steel, they're all broken, and now I'm going to start building. Mega Medicham makes me want to die.
Mega Medicham, I think, is one of the strongest Pokemon in the format. I think it might be the best. I think it's certainly top 5. I think you can't argue that.
Probably. But I haven't really thought much on it, so maybe I would think other things.
I don't know. We'd have to look at it. You
it's just such a fuck you breaker.
You get that thing in and it kills, and I think that is.
It does get checked a little bit more easily than you might expect sometimes, especially when you can see it coming, like getting like a Slowbro and things of that nature. Helps out a whole lot, but It demands so much attention.
You know what though? So
Mon is great.
The issue with Mega Medicham on ladder is what form moves are you going to run, because what weird Pokemon are you going to encounter?
Yeah.
And
there's like 6 kind of you want to choose from usually.
Right. Well, elemental punches, and you know, are you know,
bullet punch or not, fake out or not.
Right.
Are you running psychic stab?
Right. I think that's less of an issue in draft.
For sure.
Because you know what you have to break, so you can pick the most optimal form moves.
Mm-hmm. Also, if any of you guys want to use this spreadsheet, it's up in the doc. It's really helpful to just look at. It's something in the Discord server. It's a team building spreadsheet channel. Just make a copy, or don't. Okay.
Don't care.
All right.
We don't care if you guys succeed.
Yeah.
We give you all the tools. The rest is up to you.
Exactly. A little low on hazard control. But it's not like the worst idea. Not everybody thinks you need that, but I feel like having 3 or 4 of each is probably for the best. Because sometimes that results in you just always having to use a specific, like, Feeny is always going to have to come with defog. Because, like, Articuno's not coming that much. I mean, maybe you do, but that restricts the value you can get out of the Mon when it kind of is stapled to one roll. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it is something that you get, like, less value overall when things are, like, glued to one roll when it has other options. Like Scarf or Calm Mind and stuff. It's going to be hard to justify. Pseudo Widow be like?
Articuno is deceptively bulky. Its issue in the past has been Stealth Rock.
Yeah.
And I think if you...
It's not useless anymore.
I think it is like one of, like, having boots available makes it a decently reliable defogger.
I mean, there might be a little...
Because, like, what else would you run? I mean, like...
Like, the boots help it actually exist.
Yeah.
But as far as coming in on a move, then clicking defog on another move with that typing, it's really hard to actually get that to work, especially when you see it coming.
Well, it has 90, 100, 125, and it's decently fast, and it hits decently hard. And it has Roost to remove some of its weaknesses. And
you can also bring, like, Rock Tomb Wheezing.
Well, but you're going to outspeed it, and you're not going to die because you have Roost, well, for the first couple turns, and then you have pressure, so it has half the amount of Rock Tombs.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's just that being one of your only 2 defoggers,
what I'm saying is, I think it's a good 40, and I'm very happy we dropped it and somebody picked it up.
Yeah,
because I'm hoping to see it used.
With boots, it's definitely worth the team slot. It's very good 40, but it's just in general, hazard control is a little weak.
Right. I don't really know what it does here. I don't know what.
But like Ensign, Eel, Vileplume.
Oh yeah, the rest of the guys are
really
great.
good mons to enable.
Vileplume, Electros, Ensign. This is like a great balanced team.
Yeah, Ensign, Electros especially really enable Mega Medicham. Just like kind of pivoting in, getting out there, and then go another close combat.
Yeah, what more could you ask for in a flying resist than no weaknesses?
Yeah.
You know, I think that mon's really good. Electros,
for sure.
Yeah, it's a good thing we moved it out.
Still gets drafted there.
I don't know what else I have to say about the squad, but and you have some slow pivoters and stuff between Incineroar and Electros.
Yeah, you can build them both slow just for that sake. Better to have teleport, obviously, but not everybody gets.
And to get Mega Medicham in.
Yeah,
it's good
for sure. Mega Medicham. Okay, I like the team.
Noli Olin, the guy.
Nolan be having a team.
That is. Why are those Tapu Koko stats? Can we talk about that? Game Freak did him dirty, I think.
It's kind of silly. It still works super well.
Right. I guess because they needed, like, I guess, like, the 2, like, male-ish looking ones are, like, the physical guys, and the 2, like, girly looking ones.
Because men have superior physical strength.
Yeah. Well, it's like a Brain and Brawn, like, trope, like, thing. It's a silly trope, but it's a trope.
I think men are the only ones capable of doing things.
With their muscles.
I'm looking out this season for Nolan to run Baton Pass Durant.
Don't.
I'm keeping my eye on that.
Please don't. Baton Pass is not legal.
I think he's got a lot of really threatening individual mons. Like Durant is crazy.
This guy has 4 defoggers. It's good. That's what a team should have. It's 4 T-Foggers.
In fact, that's the only thing
stealth
you should worry
rockers.
about.
Tapu Koko's amazing. Okay. That's about it.
Yeah, Mandibuzz is super good. It's kind of like this weird... Structurally, it's kind of like it's got these like really super
weird.
offensive mons that like kind of need to structure under like a sort of hyper offense. Not necessarily need to, but then you got some thick guys.
Your ice resist being Durant and Weavile are very
slightly concerning.
A
lot of 4X weaknesses.
Is there like a Trick Room setter, or is Mega Camel just gonna be like sitting there going? Wow. What does Camel sound like? It's like it kind of sounds like an in between like a horse and a thwomp.
Yeah, I don't remember, but Mega Camel doesn't necessarily do Trick Room.
It doesn't. No.
Especially as far as getting a 60 goes, because like you don't necessarily need to live 2 of something when you're gonna kill whatever's in front of you, and they have to leave if they don't want to die.
Mega Camerupt should be its own Pokemon with like this should be an evolution of Camerupt called like
Cameroption.
Yeah, some crapula and like be able to run Life Orb on it.
And instead of Fire Ground, it could be Steel Fairy
or like the Water Berry on it or something. Yeah. I wish.
Cause you should get Fire type Boom Burst.
It should have something because I think it's really underwhelming.
Yeah, for sure. But at 60 though, it's like big threat. Yeah, I think there's a lot of good mons. I feel like there might be missing a little bit of glue and like.
He beats Steel types with Mega Camerupt.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like when you have like Coco and Weavile and Durant as like your hitters. I'm like, I don't know, but I mean in Breloom, I guess.
Yeah. It's like hi, I brought my threats.
Fragile and slow.
Wishcast though, I'm trying to see that pop.
Wishcast, yeah, Wishcast is good. Is it a 40?
Yeah.
I think it's a good 40. I think it is capable of popping off. What's the abilities? Oh, it doesn't have a good one. Okay.
Anticipation. Wishcast be shuddering though.
Me when I shudder.
Whoa, dude, I'm shuddering. Yeah, solid team just because like the pure power of your threats.
That's an ability.
Pure power.
That is not on this team.
Right, let's go.
It's on that team.
Let's talk about
Go. Continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like in Dragon Quest when you battle a gold person and their name is Gildiga.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I believe you.
You don't need to know. It sounds similar. Gildiga. Gilgiga.
I know.
Ah! Tepig.
So Tepig Division. This is the other half of the Tepig Division.
Gilby having a team.
He round 1 and 2 picked Skarmory and Swampert, and I was like, oh, that's kind of scary. We just dropped Skarmory to be a 120, but I think we moved Swampert up.
No, I think it was already 120.
You sure?
We either moved it up last season or this season.
Okay.
Either way, recently. Swampert's just so much better than all the other water ground types.
But
unless you need water absorb.
These guys, unless you need water absorb. These guys are good together, specifically because Swampert has one weakness, and it is resisted by Skarmory, and Skarmory has 2 weaknesses that are resisted by Swampert, and you can pivot back and forth between them, and they give you hazards and removal.
Yeah.
And they're tanky.
I really like those like sort of self-contained 2-piece defensive cores that like cover all your hazards. They can pivot. They can do a lot of stuff.
Like there's like Pokemon that are like 200 pointers that are like, how do I break this squad?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Swampert can also, it gets a lot of draft only type tech where like you're not running Sludge Wave on the ladder. But if you see a Whimsicott, you can just Rindoberry Sludge Wave, or you can bulk up. It's got a lot of like really good
move pool. Yeah,
it's a really good lure for grass types if you want to run that.
You know, lures. That's lures are a very important part of the game, and it's sometimes it's hard to make them work on ladder because you know. But I think in draft
it's like such a huge thing.
So having Pokemon that are very good but have glaring weaknesses, it's like. Hey, weaknesses.
It's like, hey, maybe hit me with something.
Come and get me. What am I gonna do?
Hit me with that grass move.
Right.
Yeah, I got an adrenaline orb.
Yeah, yeah, I got an adrenaline. I'm gonna kill you.
Mega Diance's hype. I love that.
Mega Diance's pretty cool. I
kind of go back and forth on whether or not it's a 200 or a 160, just because it's sort of like that. Okay, I do the rocks and the hit hard, but it's so good at it.
I think it's like it. I don't think it like I do the rocks. It does the rocks the way Nidoking does the rocks. I think where it's like it scares something out so it can't.
Magic Bounce is really huge.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty bulky because its defenses are high. It's huge.
It's also you can do a lot of plays where you like take a hit in non-mega form, deal a hit, and then you mega and you move first, then you kill.
You could do that. 160 is humongous in both offenses. I think having reliable rock stab. Diamond Storm is
about as reliable as it gets.
Is it?
It's 95. I think.
It's 95, which is
100 base power.
Way better than most rock type moves. And on 50% chance, it doubles your defense stat, which is humongous.
Super wild.
Also gets Mystical Fire now for steel types that have plagued it for a while.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we had Hidden Power already, so slight upgrade though.
Mystical Fire is really good. I mean, it might be able to live like a flash cannon or something after like a Mystical Fire drop, maybe.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, it's really bulky. It's low HP, but obviously. I really like Jumpluff. That's cool.
Yeah. I like Drampa. He's a Drampa fan.
Girder, super good at 40.
I really have no issues with this draft, honestly. It's like, oh, like, look at me, I'm a Zarude. I'm gonna, don't you want to U-turn me? And then you go into Skarmory and you take Rocky Helmet. And then, oh, there's an electric move. Oh, I go Zeraora or Swampert or Zarude.
The one thing is, if you have something that really deals with Swampert, Skarmory, a couple of Mons, it might be, I mean, offensively, this team is pretty potent, but like you might lose the game just on sacks because if you can break the Skarmory Swampert, you don't really have much to fall back on.
I think Zarude, like after 2 bulk ups, like nothing's killing Zarude.
It's not really an issue with the team. It's just like a little like, hey, there's this aspect.
Yes, there is. It is beatable. I don't
this
think
team,
it's the strongest draft we've
seen.
Beatable. I think it's incredibly good, though. I really don't have any.
Yeah.
I look at it and I go, there's not a bad Pokemon on here. Maybe Jumpluff. But.
No, fuck off.
What's what?
You know what? Giga seems beatable, too.
It is beatable. Wow. Undefeatable.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Advanced battle. You didn't know that?
No.
That was the
best. I don't watch any media.
Any media?
I don't.
You're a gooner, though. I do not watch any media.
No, you found me out. Giga has... Let me put it this way. Giga has so many threats that I'm terrified. But its team comp is kind of confused. It's like hyper offense stall. You know?
What does it mean?
Like you've got like Webs, Cloyster, Aurora's Veil, you had Poltegeist, and then you have a Lomomola and Genetic. I guess it's just a Lomomola that's confusing them. It's super offensive.
Excuse me, sorry.
That being said, they're all fucking threats.
I like Solomon's Rotom Heat Olomomola. I think Cloyster really is not nearly as good without King's Rock.
Yeah.
And I think it wasn't even...
Do we not have... I think we still have King's Rock.
No.
I guess not.
I don't think so.
Well, if we do, no. Starting now.
We can look it up. But I'm pretty sure we don't. I mean, it's not legal in, like, ladder anymore.
Yeah, but neither is
and stuff.
Torn T.
Well, in that decks, but, like...
There's a lot of things that are
Is it in OU?
Legal. No, Natdex OU, it's banned.
Well, but it is in regular OU.
I don't know.
It's in Gen 8 now.
I don't know, who cares? Either way, yeah, like, I really like Salamence under Webs and Mega Bennett under Webs. I like Poltegeist.
Giga is the master.
If you don't have a dark type, you just lose.
At being really cringe with Destiny Bond and like getting Destiny, like
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's good.
He got so many Destiny Bond kills.
It pisses me off.
And it was like, oh.
If you can strategically play 5v5 or 4v4 in the right way, sometimes you just win right there.
Yeah. I think it's, you just gotta get that one thing out the way. And
Let's see them.
Close the hole.
Rock.
Oh.
Oh, no.
That's why it's Cobalion and Torterra.
Oh,
Which,
no.
to be honest, are not bad.
Yeah, they're pretty solid as far as that goes.
And also Alamomola.
And also,
huge.
His team's not built to be resisting.
Right.
So it's like, this is helpful to know about, but like, you don't care about how well Poltergeist is taking a knockoff. You're just gonna set up and sweep. So, yeah, very offensive, featuring Alamomola. And,
imagine if Poltergeist got Hidden Power Fighting or Sphere or anything like that.
Oh, it would be so much better.
It'd be so good.
It's just because it's so walled by dark types. You have to spend so many resources just trying to lure them in and killing them before you set up.
This thing doesn't have a lot of answers to dark types. It has Rabombi. But,
yeah, I mean, you got some, like, neutral hits from a lot of things.
I guess, yeah. I guess that's really good. No, I'm
Does Cobalion get justified?
Yes, it does.
Yes,
all of them do. Yeah, but, Mega Banette has a... Prankster doesn't hit dark types, so you can't even Will-O-Wisp and stuff.
Yeah. Does it get like a fighting move or something? Probably, right?
Like Brick Break or some shit.
Nice, I'm gonna break that brick. Alright, let's go to Cypher.
Let's move it on.
Let's talk about this.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs.
We're talking dogs.
And Klefki is like a dog toy.
Yeah, but it's
the idea.
Like, I get that, but it's really not. And that just
Why
pisses
not?
me off. Because it's
But
keys.
it looks like a plushie, but it's like
it's not Clef toy.
But it's like thick.
It's not Clef dog.
Whose keys are like you like
janitors
grab it with your...
on TV.
That's true. Actually.
I don't watch media.
Okay. There's a lot of dogs here. What's your favorite dog on this team?
I love Stoutland. When I played Gen 5 and I
just
saw
don't know.
Stoutland, I was like, that's a puppy.
I don't know why. I think Stoutland's very cute. Did you see him in the anime?
I don't watch media.
Oh my god.
I'm glad halfway through the draft he was like, are the Gen 2 dogs legal? I was like, yes, please take them, go look at the dog.
Are the Gen 2 dogs, has he not looked at the dog?
I guess he hadn't at that point. Or didn't look
They're all kinda
past his
They're all
first.
kinda mid.
Yeah, but they're
like,
better
they're all
than
kinda
like
decent.
if he didn't pick Raikou, that Raikou spot would be like one of the bad dogs. We only like good dogs.
One of the good dogs. You know what? I will say that there's the only bad dog on here is like Furfro.
Yeah.
And like that's good.
And it's not even
like,
that bad.
Furfro's good.
Useful.
That's what it has to do.
So
yeah, he has 1,
So,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ground weaknesses.
oh no.
And a ton of fighting weaknesses and a ton of water weaknesses. We have determined what dogs are weak to.
I'm gonna dunk every dog.
You should punch and
you should punch
throw sand at and mud at
and douse
your dog if
when they're
he's
being
ever
a dick.
fighting you and
Yeah.
trying to kill you. Because
Like if you just need to subdue your
that is
dog
what dogs are weak to
and you haven't
statistically.
watched Caesar Milan,
Mm-hmm.
just remember that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this team just sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's really funny. The one thing I will say is that I think Smeargle, you have a lead. Okay, cool. You have Ninetales, and then you have Mega Houndoom that benefits from Sun. I think he has an offensive 2-piece right there that does a single thing,
which is good. I think you could get away with running this team just super offensive and win some games.
This would definitely get you to like 1,200.
You should have waited for this until we got the new dog at the Gen 9.
Oh, the doe?
Yeah.
Oh, you're explaining it for Jack right now.
Yeah, you're the one who said it. All I said was new dog. I was
Okay.
like, new dog, who dis? Alright, yeah. Sorry, Cypher, but I love you. And sorry for loving you. Because, like, look at that.
this is something else. Anyway,
But I love it. Go with the team matchup.
Traffic. Oh my god.
Jim.
Jimbathy.
I'm not gonna... if I'm gonna play the league, I'm gonna meme a little bit.
I'm gonna troll.
I'm just
gonna
bit.
get some funny stuff.
Like, I'm gonna try.
We have the guy who's drafting only dogs. Didn't know if Raikou, Entei, and Suicune were legal or not. Don't say you're gonna meme a little bit, and then be like, wow, you guys really let me pick the broken stuff. Yes, the broken stuff gets left every season because the kids that play in this league are not good.
Savage. Pew, 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 pew. We don't have a soundboard yet.
Ratchet. What's that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know what?
Jim's got a crazy team though. Like,
Yeah,
jokes aside, holy crap.
No, absolutely. I think that he has. Is that supposed to be Trick Room? Why does he have P2 and Dusclops?
Because he wants to.
I guess so.
He realized after that's two bonds that need an Eviolite that want to come a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if he drops one of them.
Right. I think it's weird.
Jim thinks you're weird, so there you go. Jim told me in confidence not to ever talk to you again.
But I think like Megasis, Lando, Toxpex, like Entei, Elgos, Kinchino could come like every week.
Yeah.
If he wanted to. Like
Tyrantrum a pretty solid win con. There's a little bit too much balance here, you know? I feel like you could use... Well, I mean, I guess no, because you can run Mega Scizor and Lander is very offensive more often than not if you want to.
I don't like Rotom Frost down, to be honest.
Like, what do you mean down?
Like Rotom Frost, P2, Dusclops, Mr. Mime, I don't think those ones do anything on this team together like that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe just Pori to, like, get things in. It's good to have the pivot, but...
No, Pori's good.
Yeah.
I don't think Dusclops... I don't know.
There's a little bit of redundancy, right?
It's a little bit of redundancy. They're both really knock weak. You're never going to bring them together, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably going to drop one because he realized after. But it's even if not, it's still a solid team. Mm-hmm. Let's look at these weaknesses because I'm always, when I look at people, I'm like a sociopath. I tend to like see where I can manipulate them the most. And it looks like the most manipulable gym is fighting in ground. So I'm going to punch and shake him.
Fighting in ground, but he has a Landorus, which is like so...
Which means you're not weak to that at all.
No, exactly. Well, you know, until they have Ice Punch or are Nidoking with Ice Beam. But
yeah, but you almost are always ready for that in draft because, like, obviously... Yeah, no, it's kind of going to be a awful time trying to break this team. But the win cons themselves aren't super potent.
No. I don't think anything's like, whoa, I got a revenge because of this. But
yeah. But there's things like Tyrantrum is a huge threat. Chinchino could probably serve as a pretty good answer to offense.
The thing with Chinchino is Tail Slap is 85% accurate.
It's so fucked up.
That Pokemon's a rock type.
Yeah.
Like, that sucks, right?
Blind mints. Okay. Let's look at the last page. I swear to God, this thing didn't record our audio. I'm going to have a panic attack.
Well, we tested it.
Yeah, but what if? You know? I
would call the cops before you started swinging.
Okay. I'm not gonna take it out on you.
Okay.
I'm just going to start punching you.
Ninkata is a Pokemon. Why is his name a Pokemon?
Yeah, that's kind of confusing me.
He's also, did you know, he's the only bug ground type, and then he evolves into not bug ground types? Isn't that weird? There's like no fully evolved bug ground type. That seems like an obvious...
How did a Pokemon draft a Pokemon team? Can you believe that? Woo-wee!
Alright, so I'm gonna...
He's a Pokemon. Ninkata.
But Ninkata's more like a psychic type in real life. When you meet him, you're like, you're not a ground type. Like, you're not like a Toph from Mass.
Yeah, he's definitely psychic type.
Psychic and fairy because he's fruity.
No, maybe not fruity enough for fairy.
Well, that's what he says. He says it's psychic and fairy.
Alright, then fair enough.
But I think that's just him.
Let's look at the team.
I think he's queer baiting. Necrozma, Terrakion, Kyurem, Mega Manectric,
Kyurem.
Diggersby.
You said Kyurem. Can you
Kyurem?
Kyurem. Say it with me. Kyurem.
Kyurem? like the
I'm gonna punch.
I'm getting silly. Whoa. You actually didn't know that we were doing massive drugs while we were recording this. JK, this video is going to be flagged for children because it's about Pokemon.
Yeah, we need income from this video.
No, JK.
Definitely happening. Okay. Necrozma's goated. Terrakian's goated.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've just got some of the best mons from every tier. Somewhat. Like, down low, maybe not, like, the best ones.
It's really cheap. There's two 160s, there's no 200s, so he only has 140 in Gerbodor, which is, like, fine, because it's, like, a lead.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have... Yeah, it's fine.
I'm starting to realize so many of the teams that got drafted are, like, very offensive. Everybody wants to click buttons.
How are you supposed to run? You can't run two booties, you can't run two lefties. How the hell are you going to facilitate a stall? You know what I mean? Not really. Like, kinda. But I have, like, a Zoroark.
Yeah, but you have, like...
and, like...
You have, like, 5 fat mons. That's, like, 4 more than most people.
I guess.
Either way, it doesn't really matter. It's all viable. It's just kind of interesting.
He has, like, Milotic, Driftblim, Tangela, Gerbodor, Guzzlord. Those guys are fat mons. Sort of. Guzzlord's not really a fat mon. But...
a lot of really good like setup sweepers that are all going to be very threatening, and it's kind of impossible to be ready for all of them, especially Necrozma, because it can just do whatever the hell it wants. It has so many moves and setup moves, and Mega Manetric, really good answer to offense.
Yeah, Necrozma's really good. Prism Armor is insane mode.
Yeah.
And its weaknesses, it being weak to Dark, being weak to Knock, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
gives it Terrakion a justified that situation.
And no one's really willing to knock a Necrozma because it's so often running weakness policy.
Oh yeah.
So it's really hard to answer that one because you feel like your answer might make you lose.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like that he has a bunch of I think Mega Manetric does fantastic work on teams like this because Intimidate Shuffling kind of keeps you alive.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of like, it's in that niche of mons that's like, there's Mega Low Punning, and then there's mons that are close to Mega Low Punning, and that's like Mega Manetric, kind of. You're just bringing a really fast speed tier to answer a lot of, like, threats that, like, because when you're playing offense, you end up in situations where, okay, I have no switch in. But when you sack something and you get the immediate threat back in, it's very helpful to get momentum back. Yeah. Let's look at the weaknesses.
Yeah.
I'm going to exploit. Look at all these exploiters. Every team always has, like, the grass column is just green. That poor type.
Except for that one team.
Yeah. How?
Maju. Which is the worst team so far.
Yeah, I think Maju, it's a reflection of his character. No, I'm kidding. Imagine.
I haven't met him.
Bad team, bad person.
I'm sure he's great.
No, yeah, he's really cool, actually.
Good.
Bad team.
Bad team.
Let's talk about...
Great character.
Sheej.
That says something about me, because I have a great team and a horrible...
Yeah, you're so morbidly reprehensible.
Yeah.
Morbidly?
It's morbid time.
Okay, Sheej.
Sheej?
You did a... I need to go.
We made it through the team. Yay, we're not even going to talk about Sheej.
Yeah, no.
We're just going to cut it off.
I don't care about Sheej.
Como O.
Oh.
He goes, you'll mind if I clang my soul really quick? You'll mind if my soul gets a little too loud? There's like pots and pans going in the...
She clang on my soul to my wrist.
You know that what was it? It was like Real Housewives or some crap, and it's like...
Watch media. Don't speak to me about media. Please.
Me when I get you.
Okay. Alright, let's get this done. We're almost done. We're almost done. Sheej. Como is super good in draft. Does so many different things.
Yes.
Why'd you make the stonks face? Your neck got really big. Magneton is better than Magnezone because it's cheaper and does the same thing.
It's faster and it can run EVLA.
Yep. Mega Altaria is amazing at draft.
Okay, Mega Altaria is the most broken fucking mono of all time.
So good.
I think it should be like a 200 or something.
There's a real argument to
like I think it is because it has, I think Dragon Fairy is an amazing typing, and it is covered by the easiest things in the world. And I love fairy types because they have two weaknesses.
A little fruity.
And I'm a little fruity, and they both like suck offensively, like Steel and Poison.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, Poison not as much as Steel, but still.
But
they kind of made those its weaknesses to buff those types offensively when it came out, which means it needed the help. Yeah, this shit's broken.
Just broken.
Metagross, Donphan, Inteleon. We almost moved Inteleon down, but nobody wanted me to do it.
No, because did you suggest it?
I was only suggested to move it to 60.
I think 120 being your fastest mon is totally fine. And it has like U-turn, and it has like all that stuff.
Oh, that is a little bit of a weakness here, is that's the only mon getting into the 100 territory. Mm-hmm. Everything else, like, it's super good mons that can boost their speed, but a little concerning.
He does have Whirlipede.
True.
TBHers.
Whirlipede's going to take PCLL by storm.
This draft is pretty versatile, though, because...
Yeah, everything can do so many things.
Everything
except for Inteleon.
Okay.
That's exactly why it should go down.
Right. But I think it's good at what it does.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What I mean is he's really not bringing the same 6 Pokemon over and over again, because I think everything from like Metagross down, even like Magneton doesn't come, because he has like options for. He has 2 Steel types.
Yeah.
His weakness thing is really good looking. Fire is a little concerning because his 1 fire resist. Well, no, he has Como and Altera. Never mind, I'm Capital.
And Inteleon and Colossal. And your mom.
Yeah, Sheija's goated. Sheij could win.
Yeah, no, Sheij, great team.
Could be Sheija's season. Could be Gil season. Could be my 3rd chip. Could be your 2nd chip.
Might be Cypher's time.
Mm.
I kind of think it might be Nolan.
I think Cypher has a case because humanity is failing the earth, but like dogs are good. Dogs are wholesome. I don't think dogs have committed the kind of moral crimes that humans have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many humanoid Pokemon. Like, also, did you know that, like, the thing about his draft is it doesn't have Vaporeon, which means nobody's going to want to have sex with it.
Right.
Which is really helpful, because sex distracts you from Pokemon.
You. I have a favor to ask of you. One last thing.
What?
Okay. Stoutland to Smeargle. Go through. Smash or pass. Stoutland.
Okay. Pass.
Mega Houndoom.
Pass.
Zygarde 10.
Smash.
Is it because he has that pixel butthole that lights up?
A little bit.
You know that one?
No, actually I don't.
Really?
No, I don't.
Okay, his like, not the sprite, but like the 3D model.
Yeah, but would you classify that as media? Because I do not watch that.
Okay, Lucario.
Yeah, I'd smash. I'd smash Furfrou.
Raikou.
Yeah, I'm going to smash Raikou.
Raikou has butt cheeks.
Check him.
Arcanine.
I'd smash him.
Lycanroc.
Pass.
Ninetales.
Smash.
Klefki.
Smash!
And Smeargle.
Pass.
Now that we have Giga's like on this video, we can successfully end it. Thank you all for listening and watching. It was probably too long. We love you guys. Hopes to a fantastic season.
Listening. Hopefully recorded. Bye.
Definitely recorded. Okay.
Go. Get out of here.